Hello, hello. Hi, astrology friends. This is Melanie here with the astrology weather and its medicine, its energy for this coming week, having started already today, August 30th, and going until September the 5th. So, what's up? Mostly the major player this week is Venus. How sweet is that? Venus will cross from Leo into Virgo, from the majestic and glorious Leonine expression into a more subdued and grounded and humble Virgo energy. Virgo is here to do the work and to do the work of alignment and service. So with Venus in Virgo, we can find the refined service and practice we're here to do, and we can find our love for what we do and find what we do for love or not. So there's these themes around love, attraction, appreciation, value, and service. Venus per se doesn't like to be in Virgo so much because that can make her also more drawn to all these details that may or may not be in place, and themes of perfection come up, themes of inadequacy come up, because there's always room for improvement, especially in the whole world in the world of beauty and attraction, and there's always problems and relationships are complicated. So these are Venus in Virgo themes we don't want to be caught in all too much. And yes, so the highlight of the Venus in Virgo theme will be when she opposes a Neptune. When is that? Because Venus will be in Virgo until September 29th. So that should be soon before that closure. And that'll be on September. Venus goes into Pluto trine. Venus opposite Neptune on September 24th. That will be one day before the Libra, ruled by Venus, new moon. And Neptune in Pisces is all about oneness, connectedness, flow, and it's all good as long as we are in sync and in vibrational connection. Venus in Virgo said, oh no, there's something wrong here. There's something not really working. So we need to coordinate these two sides of being and of pure beingness, and also of specific requirements for this whole realm of love, relatedness, healthy relationship with Venus in Virgo, versus connectedness that doesn't even is not even concerned about health, wellness, criteria, all of these things. So both of these factors have their place. More about that to be explored when Venus opposes Neptune, as I said, on the 24th. But that's still like 4 weeks, almost 3.5 weeks to go. In the meantime, Venus is still in Leo, her last week in Leo, and she will form a rare yod. Y-O-D is the yod formation, is the spelling. And a yod is a, do I have a yod example here? Yod is an elongated triangle. It has two quincunxes. Let's just make it with the fingers. Two quincunxes, two planets that are 5 signs apart. Like in this case, 2 Leo from Capricorn and from Pisces. From Pluto in Capricorn and from Neptune in Pisces. They form quincunxes, 5 signs apart, to Venus in Leo. And that alignment comes together on August 31st and September the 1st. So the transition from August to September has this Venus yod signature. What's that about? So there is Pluto in Capricorn says certain old empire, I call it old empire modalities, they really expire now. And in the meantime, we are also coming back to the core, to the essence, to the soul of what's timeless and what is in accordance with natural laws. So, and we come into that powerful field while we also might be drawn to something that is could be more, temporary and mundane, could be basically all these shining objects that we might be attracted to for status quality, for status reasons, and we might not go for real core quality, that something that really matters. And this is some better dilemma here. And then there's also Neptune in Pisces also saying, love just is. Don't worry about how you look and how it looks and who loves you and who shows their love, who basically is schmoozing, basically, right? And do you really need this? Or can you just tune into the field of love, into a certain vibration, a heart vibration that doesn't need to be popular and seen and getting lots of likes and all these things that Venus in Leo would thrive on. So Venus in Leo can be really fun and summery and colorful and all that, but can be also easily hijacked by the ego. So the Capricorn and Pisces transpersonal planets, Pluto and Neptune, they say, yeah, this is actually your shadow, says Pluto, and this is here to be released and transcended, says Neptune. So this much for that Venus, Pluto, and Neptune formation that we're experiencing here midweek in transition to September. What else is on? Speaking of Venus, the moon is now in Libra, ruled by Venus today, and goes into Scorpio, into over the tipping point tomorrow. Tipping point being also about choices having consequences. And so this might come up in the emotional realm tomorrow as Venus, as the moon goes from Venus to Scorpio. And in Libra, in Libra, the moon had a lot to ponder, lots of themes. We were wondering, shall I go for that? Shall I do this or rather that? Very Libran, sitting on a fence, penduluming, and with Scorpius like dive in, and then change happens, and it may be magical or it may be disastrous, but you need some courage and you need to do something about this here, one way or another. So this comes up tomorrow. And then, as I said, Venus yard. What else do we have with this week? We also have on September 2nd an alignment between Mercury, now freshly in Libra, where it will go retrograde on September 9th. And this Mercury will oppose Jupiter retro in Aries. This is just the first of 3 alignments, because there will be another one when Mercury is retro. from September 9th on, and so that second alignment will be on September 19th, and the third will be on October 12th when Mercury is out of retrograde in forward mode. So what's with that Mercury Jupiter theme? It's basically a dilemma, polarity between being very strongly with Jupiter in the self and in one's own autonomy, and also in inspired by new approaches, new beginnings, and celebrating that. Versus with the Libra, Mercury, there is so much else to consider, and there's other people to consider. There's relationship considerations, and wherever Libra is in your chart, that's where that comes up, and via house or via planets. So always something to explore, where we are drawn rather into relatedness, harmony, balance, right relationship, and in what area of life we might rather be, we really do, not just might, as was Libra said, we really do want to do our own thing. And that can show up as a big dilemma and as a polarity that needs to be bridged with this Mercury-Jupiter dynamic, which comes back with Mercury retro. So more considerations and details and certain healthy alignment and workable solutions for situations need to be explored as Mercury goes retrograde from Libra to Virgo. So not quite yet, not quite there yet. We're going to talk about, we can explore that next week. Now, what else is going on this week? Yeah, so Venus goes into Virgo, as I said, goes over the Sphinx point on September 4th, and then September 5th, the day after, will be quite an earthy type shift because the moon will be also in Capricorn, while Venus will be in Virgo by then. Then we also have now the retro record of the year is coming up. We already have 6 planets retro, including Uranus that turned retro on the 24th. And once Mercury goes retro on September 9th till October 2nd, that will be the top retro record phase of the year with 7 planets. What's with all that retro energy? It's an inward backward motion. So we might need to turn inwards to process things that have happened on the external level, especially in the last half year. And now to just integrate and see where patterns are, where repetitive patterns are. And yeah, so there's a inward and backward energy. So we also might be have a tendency to go back to our experiences and to people from the past that we might be drawn to reconnect with. And we might want to, again, as I said, look at patterns and look at situations that are recurring, and especially depending on these planets, right? Depending on the planetary archetypes. I will link a bit to make this video shorter, and I'm getting a little tired at the end of the day. So I will link link to the blog, which has various articles, including one for the retro record. I guess I'll leave it with this here. Might want to pick a card, but the cards are currently not here at the table, so not meant to happen. Nope, they're not down here there either. Maybe next time we do a card. But today, I hope I did not ramble too much, which could have happened when I'm a little tired, and I just leave it with this one take. Hope you can take a lot away from it, and see you again in person in a session, online in a session, and of course you can see more of me and the astro weather next week, next Tuesday. Have a good one, and have a good, beautiful Venusian infusion as she goes over the Sphinx point from Leo to Virgo on September 4th. Take care. Bye.